Mr. Flood.
Thank you. I provided a brief on my talk a week ago, and I hope some of you have seen that, and I've provided today a handout on my talk that is available. I'm amazed at what I've heard from the consultants. There's an elephant in the room, and they can't see it. The cost assumptions in this report are completely invalid. They're from the past, not the future. The emission calculations are no longer applicable, and I'll tell you why. The assumption on green power is absolutely ridiculous, and I hope no one on City Council supports it. Edmonton will have no green power for 20 years under this assumption. This will put Edmonton in last place among world cities for providing green power. So the report is just absurd. And also, whether you prefer a diesel over a trolley, world events have made that irrelevant. Diesels will no longer be feasible. So what you need to do is shelve this report and get on with making Edmonton Transit sustainable and emission-free, and that can be done. I worked in the petrochemical industry for 36 years, and so I know energy. Oil and gas is the lifeblood of the petrochemical industry. When I heard you're eliminating trolley buses, I was absolutely amazed. I read the report. The cost assumptions in that report, 76 cents a liter, we haven't had that since 2004, and there's a 2008 report. You see what today's costs are. They've increased over 100%, not at the 5% a year rate assumed in the report. This is a chart that shows that. The bottom line, green, is the assumption of the report. Crude oil or diesel fuel is the same, increasing at 5% rate of inflation. The red line is the actual increase. The difference in the rate of the increase between what's in the report and what's actually occurred is 20 times. Not 20%, 20 times. That's 2,000%. Now, why is oil price increasing? This has been touched on, but not by any of the consultants. Oil supply can barely meet demand. The world is using 85 million barrels a day, which is over 1.2 cubic miles of oil per year. Just to try to visualize that. Depletion of existing oil fields is taking a heavy toll, and really oil supply has reached a peak and is now going into decline. It's declining in 50 countries around the world. And in terms of exploration, we're only finding 1 new barrel of oil for every 4 we use. That cannot continue very long. Experts in the field draw this picture of oil supply. For every country and region in the world, it will reach a peak and decline. We're now in 2008, we're at the peak. The decline in oil supply from here is very steep. We're at the top of a roller coaster, and we're set to take the ride down. So note that steep rate of decline. That's a consultant. If you don't believe that, consultant group with World Connections. Exxon draws it this way. The green is the oil supply. The red is the required new supply of oil the world will require to continue the rate of growth and make up for depletion. Note the steep slope of the green line below the red wedge. Also note the time frame. This chart goes out to 2015, which is less than halfway through the Booz Allen report, and is pointing to a massive shortfall. We need to find another cubic mile of oil per year to make up for that shortfall. It's in the Exxon report. So the liquid fuel outlook is a bit depressing, I suppose, but we're at the tipping point on supply. This problem will not go away, and it cannot be fixed. There is no quick fix. We're looking at diesel fuel right now, $1.50 a liter. It's going to be $3 before you know it. You're going to wish you had trolleys back if you phase them out, and you'll be very glad you kept them when these world events start to happen. In fact, there's going to be quite a bit of chaos in the world when these events unfold. Truckers in Spain...
Thank you very much, Mr. Flood.